What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today I'm going to be doing the unboxing and first impressions on the Moto E5 Plus from Metro PCS. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so first and foremost, this is going to be merely an unboxing. I will take the time to actually go ahead and use this for some time and then actually do my full review before I just unbox it and review it in front of you guys. So not going to do that. I'm going to give it some time and see if this device is actually worth it. Now, some background information on this device. This device was actually $149. That is actually when you go ahead and port in a number to Metro PCS. So I paid $149 and I got the $50 plan. So everything came out to $230. Now, if you actually port over to Metro PCS from any other carrier that is not associated with T-Mobile and or Metro PCS, you are going to get this phone for free and you are going to have to pay the activation fee as well as a $50 or $60 plan. So all in all, I think it's a very, very decent price for this phone. I mean, you're getting a free phone right there and all you have to do is pay the activation fee in a $50 or $60 plan. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look at the specifications at the back of the box. First off, it says we have the 4G LTE enabled phone right here, obviously. Now for Android, I believe this is Android 8.1. If I'm not mistaken, I know this is at least Android Oreo. We also have a 6-inch HD Plus display, which is 1440 by 720p. This display actually looks very, very nice. Has the same display on the Moto E5 Super. You can pretty much compare it to. Let's hope it looks the same as the Moto E5 Super, because if it does, it looks pretty damn good. Now for a rear-facing camera, we have a 12 megapixel rear camera with laser autofocus, which is really, really nice, and an LED flash. Now for an 8 megapixel front facing camera, we have a selfie flash. So if you guys want to take pictures, maybe in the club or somewhere that's really dark, you actually can take pictures with a flash on the front of your camera. We also have 32 gigabytes of internal storage and 3 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, I'll say it again, 3 gigabytes of RAM inside of a phone. Finally, something that you guys have been asking for ages. We also have a 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor inside of here, and this is going to be using the Snapdragon 425 processor. So what's inside? We have the Moto E5 Plus phone, embedded battery, SIM card, turbo power charger with USB data cable. Now the awesome thing about the turbo power charger is you can get 6 hours of charge in 5 minutes. So it's going to be crazy. The other thing that's inside this device is a 5,000 milliamp battery. So I don't know why they didn't put that in the features, but it's going to be crazy. And the last thing we have right here is a quick start guide. Let's go ahead and unpack this and see what it looks like. Alright guys, let's go ahead and open this up. Now, if any of you are new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button because I do get every single phone that comes out from Metro PCS. Also, I am not an employee for Metro PCS, so do keep that in mind. All of these unboxings and reviews are going to be unbiased so you guys can get the best possible deal. Let's go ahead and take the top off. So first and foremost, we actually have the phone. Let's go ahead and put that aside. Next, we have our Metro PCS SIM card. We have our SIM ejector tool. We also have some quick start guides. We have our turbo power wall charger, and we have our micro USB data cable right here, so it is actually not Type-C. Kind of disappointing, but I can live with it. So we actually have the phone right here in the pouch now, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the features actually placed on here. So first and foremost, it says we have a 6-inch max vision display, as I said before, 12 megapixel camera, laser autofocus, fingerprint reader that I heard was actually pretty decent, a 5,000 milliamp battery, as it says right there, guys. I was not lying, 5,000 milliamps plus turbo power charge. We also have a reflective wave design on the back that we're going to take a look at in a second, and we have Moto Experiences, which is Moto Actions. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take this off. So first and foremost, big screen right here, very big screen. It is rounded at the corners, so I do like that. As you guys see right here up top, we do have our front facing flash. We also have our 8 megapixel front facing camera. Looks like we have our proximity light sensor and our headset right here. Also bomb the device on the chin right here. This is our Motorola branding, and I believe the headset actually doubles as a speaker as well, and these speakers actually sound pretty decent. I know the Moto E5 Super had the same speakers, so let's hope it sounds the same. Right side of the device, it looks like we have our volume up and down rocker. It is not spaced, and we also have our ridged power button that is actually textured, so I really, really like that. Back of the device, we have this really, really nice wave blue. As you guys can see, there's a little wave right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty nice when you put it in the light. Definitely reminds me of the Moto X4's color. But we have the 12 megapixel rear facing camera right here with laser autofocus. We also have the flash right under it, and we have a fingerprint sensor with the Motorola icon on it, which looks pretty dope. Left side of the device is where we can go ahead and eject our SIM tray. Now, the back of this phone and the whole build of this phone actually feels very, very premium. It feels like it's an all plastic phone, but it feels heavy and it feels premium, probably due to the 5000 milliamp battery, but so far feels very nice in the hands. Bottom of the device, we have our micro USB port and we have our noise canceling mic. Top of the device, it looks like we have our 3.5 millimeter head jack and our noise canceling mic. But let's go ahead and turn on this device and see what's up. Alright guys, first thing that I actually found on here so far is we do have a 5 gigahertz band. So if you guys do have Wi-Fi that actually supports 5 gigahertz, you can actually connect to a faster Wi-Fi connection. So a huge up right there. Alright guys, the phone is now booted up. First and foremost, the first thing I actually wanted to go ahead and try was the fingerprint sensor. It's actually pretty snappy. Again, if you lower the animations, I've said this in many videos, if you lower the animations to 0.5, if you go into developer options, it is going to be faster, but it does look pretty speedy. Now, going around the UI, actually looks pretty snappy as well. With that 3 gigabytes of RAM, you shouldn't have a ton of problems opening various windows. First off, going into the dialer, it actually looks like we have a video caller. I was looking at this earlier, and we can actually go ahead and use video calling on this device. I think pretty much any Metro PCS device you can use video calling, any of the newer ones, so we still have video calling. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the messaging and get that out of the way. I know a lot of people actually want to take a look at some of the emojis, so these are the emojis that we're going to be having on this device. I do like the layout of this keyboard though. It's actually very nice and smooth, and I do like the dark color, so I do like the dark keyboard. I believe you can go ahead and change this if you guys want a brighter keyboard or a customized keyboard, but so far I'm digging it. Next, one of the awesome things that Motorola actually provides for Motorola devices is if you go into the Moto application, we have some Moto actions and features. So if you guys want to do a screenshot, chop twice for flashlight. So let's go ahead and chop twice for flashlight, turn it on, turn it off. That's a really cool feature that they add. We can also twist for the camera capture, so go ahead and twist, and it's actually very accurate. So this is some pretty cool stuff right here. So if you guys ever wanted Motorola actions, Metro PCS now is the Moto E5 Plus. But just simply going through the UI, it's pretty stock Android, pretty straightforward, not too much bloatware at all on this device. Now if we actually go ahead and go to the settings, it looks like we have Android 8.0. So all we have is 8.1. We don't have 8.1 yet. Hopefully we will get at least 8.1 or Android Pie if possible. But for right now, we have Android Oreo, which is pretty cool. But display looks pretty nice so far for 720p, 1440 by 720p. Looks very nice, big enough to watch movies. Definitely going to be a media consumption beast for the people who watch YouTube, Netflix, a bunch of different applications that have to do with media, maybe using Instagram, Facebook. You guys are going to have a good time on this device. Next, if we go ahead and bring this down, obviously I said this had 5G on here, so if you guys have a 5 gigahertz connection, you guys are solid on there. We also have a casting option if you guys want to go ahead and cast your television, so a lot of people were asking about that. Yes, we have casting. Next thing I actually want to go ahead and take a look at is actually the YouTube application. So I actually have one of my videos loaded up right now, and we're going to check out the speaker. Now, if it is anything like the Moto E5 Supra, I am definitely going to be pleased. Okay, first and foremost, 720p, 60 frames per second. So when watching YouTube videos and or other media, it is going to be 720, 60 frames per second. So do keep that in mind. All right, so let's test out these speakers.
So we have that weird effect where the screen is somewhat curved on each corner. The screen on this device actually has some pretty nice...
Okay, so I really like the speaker. Same one on the Moto E5 Supra. Thank God, it sounds way better than any of the speakers out on any of the budget phones at Metro PCS right now. This speaker is a definite win right now. Beats the Stylo 4, beats every other budget phone. So great speaker. Now the other thing that I actually wanted, if they can do this on the next Motorola phone, is actually put another dual speaker right here so we can have stereo. That would honestly change the game. So obviously if you guys want to watch a video in full screen, you guys have to pinch out or pinch back in if you guys want to have an original, and zoom to fill. So far though, as a media consumption device, absolutely perfect. 720p I have no problem with. Screen looks very, very nice. Final thing I wanted to take a look at was actually the cameras on this device. Now, do keep in mind that this is an unboxing and first impressions. I'm going to break down this device like no other person on YouTube, so just chill. I'm gonna have probably 40 videos up on this phone. Now let's go ahead and go into the camera. So for photo modes, it looks like we have panorama, and for video modes, it looks like we have slow motion. Other than that, let's go ahead and see how these pictures look. This does have laser autofocus, so let's see how this looks right here. So far, detail looks actually pretty decent. I'm going to do a full review on the camera, but so far, it's looking pretty alright. Obviously, that laser autofocus is definitely going to help it out. Now, for a video, the highest we can actually film at is Full HD, so 1080p at 30 frames per second, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you guys ever want to take photos at a different aspect ratio, just go into settings, change it to 16:9, 4:3, 18:9, or 6 megapixels, 16:9, whatever you guys want to do. There's a ton of different settings you guys can go ahead and change. But we also have video on this device too, so I want to go ahead and check that out. It looks like we have stabilization, so let's go ahead and see how this is. So far, it actually looks pretty clear. The thing that I am scared of with this device is actually stabilization. It looks like it had auto stabilization on and it was trying to stabilize, but it wasn't doing a very good job. So obviously we're going to do a full review on the camera, but as for right now, we're looking at an average camera right here. But what do you guys think so far? I definitely think this is a win, even if you're getting it at $149. Definitely a win. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you guys are not a part of the tech gang already. Also hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, tech gang.